Okay, so in this video, we'll be doing the Easter eggs and predictions for Season 5, Episode 2 of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Beware spoilers if you're not caught up. So, in this episode, we meet more characters like Tess and other ones I forget, Grill. But Tess says the name of this place is called the Lighthouse. And I did not know this at all, but apparently pretty much every base so far we've been to on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a base from the Marvel Comics. And this base is no exception. The Lighthouse is actually the main base of the Secret Avengers, I believe, something like that. But it is a space station and all that kind of stuff, so yeah. But it's definitely not this dark and dreary version where people have to die. But talking about that, they had these things called the Renewal, which is the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. MCU version of like the Purge, the Hunger Games, and Logan's Run. So, but where people have to die. But what I kind of find funny-ish, even though it's not intentional funny, but it's just the way they use the word renewal, is that it's for someone fighting for their life. Because that's what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had to do this season. Because they were planning on, ABC was planning on canceling this, and Disney had to come in and save Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s pretty much life to continue on and become Season 5. So I kind of find that funny, but it wasn't intentional funny, but still. And Tess and Coulson go to Virgil's room to look for clues to find out why they're there. And Coulson named references the movie Singing in the Rain. I've heard of it. I know the songs. I've never actually watched the movie. So, but I don't know if why he would reference that at all. But yeah. And we meet Sinera, and she's a female Kree, the very first female Kree in the MCU. So, but apparently in the comics, they actually do have superpowers. But I believe that it's all different types of powers. But in this one, it's more of a mental power where she can control these metal balls. But yeah. And like last episode, or last video, I said that they teased arm cutting again. And when Grill captures Mac, Yo-Yo, and Coulson during the renewal, Yo-Yo suggests that she wishes that they had the axe still, meaning that they want to cut their arms off. I wonder how many times they're gonna tease the audience with that until it actually happens. But the only other references or Easter eggs that we see is in the framework, in the bar that Deke and Daisy are in. WHIH Newsfront is actually on the TV, and it's playing playing the scene from Season 4, Episode 8, when Daisy becomes a known out in the public eye as a vigilante and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. And they have a reference to when we meet Fitz in the framework for the first time or see Fitz, not meet. From Season 4, Episode 15, when Daisy gets into the framework and they have like the little montage. They're the building that Daisy like is in front of is the same building that was behind Fitz in the framework at in his first scene. So I kind of find that kind of cool detail there. But I believe I talked about it before in the last episode or last video that Ming-Na Wen was injured and all that kind of stuff, and that they had to write that into the story, which they had to do the same thing for Ian DeCasteker, who plays Fitz, because he was not able to make time to actually film the first couple episodes, so he's not going to be in until I believe episode 5. So he had to actually the writers had to write around that and write him out of the show until episode 5, because he was filming a movie in London, I believe, but I could be wrong. But yeah. So for theories, there's a big theory going around that Deke is related to someone from our team, which the biggest one is Fitz, because he's the one that's left in the past, which I could see that possibly happening, because he is dealing with the framework. He put the same building that Fitz was in during the framework, and he seems like he's a very smart person, so it's possible. But the biggest mystery of this season is what happened in Daisy's and Shield's future, because at some point the world is supposed to be destroyed, and Deke has his own theory is that Quake did it, because she has Quake powers. She can do it. She is powerful enough. She could do it if she really wanted to, but the Daisy we know would never do that. So something would have happened to do that. But he's just going off a real weird theory. But and we find out that the Kree are erasing the history of what actually happened, which is kind of weird. I don't know why would the Kree want to erase something that happened in the past. Don't know why. The only outcome I think that's possibly hinting at is that the Kree had something to do with it, and they're trying to like hide it, like they did with the Inhumans. Like they tried to exterminate, like get all the Inhumans away from, like the Kree and all that kind of stuff. So maybe they were the cause of the Earth being destroyed, and they didn't want to actually anyone to find out about it. So, but yeah, I don't know how they would have done it, but that's my theory right now. Everyone else is thinking it's Thanos, but this having set this whole thing up just to have it be Thanos and it be a tie into Agents or like tie into the movies would be kind of a basically slap in the face for the audience that is wanting to watch an actual story when you cannot actually resolve it in your show, which would be kind of stupid. So I'm going with the Kree being the one responsible for the Earth being destroyed as of right now. And for the stories that are going to come around, I think May is going to be trying to motivate Tess to fight back to the Kree. Like, she's going to have her own army, like how she had her own army in Season 4, but she's going to get her new army with Tess and whoever wants to join the Resistance or whatever you want to call it. But Daisy is going to try to probably convince Deke and that she's not the cause of this. She's going to try to put some hope back into Deke, because he basically just gave up. Like, he does not care anymore. He's just trying to survive. But he's like doesn't care anymore. So I think Daisy's going to try to push him to actually give a damn, I guess. But everyone is saying that she's going to hook up with Deke. But in reality, she knows she's in the future, and there's no way that this relationship would work. They could probably sleep together, but there's no relationship. Like, there would be no relationship at all, because he's from the far in the future, 90-ish years in the future. She's from the past. So, she has to go back in the past to fix whatever mistakes they would be causing. So, yeah. I can't see them putting Deke and Daisy together at all. But we find out that Cassius, the villain of the season, has some guests coming up. And I'm assuming one of them is going to be the Inhuman Flint. Because we know he was cast for this season. So I'm assuming maybe that's when we're going to meet him. But, yeah. And we had, we found out they're gonna have like arcs kinda in this season, and I'm just gonna go on a weird theory is that we're gonna have arcs where we're gonna have the future arc, then the past arc where they could probably go like to the future, the past where we meet Howard Stark, Peggy Carter, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know why they would have to go to the past, but maybe it was like by mistake again, or whatever. But they go to the past, meet them, and then they have to go to the present day for the last couple episodes to fix whatever mistake or prevent whatever thing caused the Earth to be destroyed in the first place. So that's what I think it could possibly be, maybe. But also, Tess references the Sharknadoes, which they talk about that for a bit. So maybe it's a foreshadowing to something bigger, which we find out that the roaches they can surf gravity storms or whatever. So maybe they're going to plan on actually having their own version of Sharknado, but with the roaches. That would be kind of cool, kind of weird, but it would be interesting. But still. And for my final predictions are that Dove Cameron has been cast as a mystery role in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And since they're not releasing who she is, it's most likely a comic book character, and everyone is assuming it's Spider-Woman or Spider-Gwen, because she does voice Spider-Gwen in the cartoons. But it's possible, but I highly doubt it. I had two theories. The first one was that she's an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. named Kate Neville. She was a partner for Nick Fury in the comics when S.H.I.E.L.D. was branded as a traitor, and after the LMD takeover, which we just dealt with, the LMD takeover. So it's possible she's that. But the other one is that what's called Virgil references being the true believer and all that kind of stuff, which True Believer is actually a reference to Stan Lee, but also a reference to a comic book team, where there's a character called Payback, and she's an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well, and she has her power is an alien symbiote, kind of like Eddie Brock and all that kind of stuff. So it's possible that's who Dove Cameron could be. So yeah. Comment down below if I missed any Easter eggs or references in this last episode, and any predictions for next upcoming episodes. See ya.